Today we are watching Kevin Samuels. I guess because I've been watching a lot of dating shows and like dating related content. Kevin Samuels popped up, and he was an image consultant, but then also he talked a lot about dating and the confusion between like wanting high value men, which he thinks of high value men is like money wise. I personally think like a high value man is like high morals and values in that sort of way. But in this case, it's more about like high value men when it comes to money. And I have seen a few of the videos, and I thought it would be interesting to watch it here. And if you guys have any thoughts and opinions, go ahead and leave them down below. I would love to know his perspective. He used to talk to a lot of women. He has passed already, so rest in peace, right? But a lot of his points are good, and I think that because we were didn't grow up, based on the few videos that I have seen, because we a lot of the women nowadays, they didn't grow up with a father figure, or they didn't grow up with a mom that will teach them how to cook, how to clean, how to be a really good wife. Rather, they were taught by the school, they were raised by the school, so what they know is go to school, get a good degree, get a good job, and then marry somebody to that value that you have achieved, right? So a lot of women, they prioritize achievement, and they want a man on that level as well. And some women don't go to college, they don't have acquire anything like that, but they want a man that has achieved a lot of money in their lives. But a lot of them don't want to help the man or raise, like help them raise his children or be a housewife. But they don't want the traditional, they want the traditional man, but they don't want to be a traditional wife, if that makes sense. But so I'm gonna go ahead and play two videos today. Starting with this one. This one I haven't seen, and the other I have seen. But I think these two videos, they go hand in hand, and explains a little bit of what the mindset of the women nowadays. But this one right here, I have not seen it, so let's go ahead and watch it together.
Settle for a regular type dude.
How tall are you?
I am 5'3".
Dress size?
I am a medium.
Dress size? Number?
I am a medium, and she's a medium. I don't know. I am dress size. I would say like an 8.
A 10.
How much did you weigh the last time you weighed yourself?
157.
Her dress size is not a 10, because I can fit in a 10 and it looks okay, like a little bit loose, but not too much. I'm thinking she's a large, and dress size is 14. I know it sounds mean, but I wear dresses all the time. I don't wear pants. That's a religious thing. And I don't wear like pants, but I do wear a lot of dresses, a lot of skirts. So I know, uh, based on how she looks, and she has bigger breasts than me as well. She's probably like large, in dress size 14.
Fresh face out of the shower, just your natural face. On a scale from 1 to 10, what would you
This
rank
is
your
my
looks?
natural face.
What? Okay, fresh face out of the shower, your natural face. You can't use 7. What would you rank yourself? 1 to 10.
Let's see what she says. I will say she's like, mm, at 3. I know it sounds mean. Everybody wants to tell us we're beautiful. I don't rate myself that high either.
A 6.
Okay. A 6 is right above average. A 5 is average, right? You're 5'3", 100. Dress size.
5'3". I'm 5'3". I'm 5'3". No, okay. So I'm 5'2". So just a tad inch shorter than her.
10, so that's above average weight. 5'3", you should be roughly dressed size 4. 4'6", 125 pounds. Even if I believe you're 157, 160, you're almost 33 pounds, 33% over your ideal target weight.
I
And
can
you
lose
have
the weight,
listen. If you're average to cute looking, if you're below average health from a weight standpoint, and you have 2 children, overall, does that make you below average, average, or above average? Factor all those things in together.
So just to clarify, because I've seen some of his videos, and if this is your first time watching these videos about him, they can be a little bit triggering, but as you watch it, you will understand where he's coming from. And he's actually coming from and explaining like these numbers from the dating market, where the dating market is. Because most of these women, they want a six figure value man when there is a lot of competition of other women that are nines and tens trying to get that style of men. So, and they run into good men that are just average men with decent jobs, earning 50,000 a year, 45,000 a year. And they're like, no, that's not the man I want because I feel that I need a six-figure man. And what Kevin Samuels is trying to do is like kind of helping them understand and opening their mind to, if being a wife and having a husband is what you want to be and being a mother, then you need to adjust those numbers because they don't make sense. And then you will be single for the rest of your life, until you humble yourself, and it doesn't mean because you don't date somebody that you like and you're dating an average man, it doesn't mean that you're being humble. There's nothing wrong. They're just people. They just have a different amount of money. And some of these women, I feel like they want to get to the next point without having to work hard for it. Like if money is the problem, then you need to work for that money and not get a man, because that's how you get in trouble in the first place, right? So just wanted to clarify that real quick.
average.
So why should you get anything over? Then why should you get above average? What do you mean settle for? You should get what you are.
I see millionaires with average women all the time.
They don't have big chest tattoos either, and 2 other kids. Man, I'm just saying. Okay, I want to. No. I mean, let's be honest. Let's be honest. Why should an average woman say she's settling for an average man? Maybe
Ain't
that's
nothing wrong with it. Wait.
Yeah, that makes no sense because you're saying that you're settling. It will be settling if you were a 10, a 9.
No. You said so. I should just settle. No, you said that. Listen. You said so. I should just settle for an average guy, and I'm like, you're an average woman. Why should you not?
I would be settling. I mean,
why would you be settling and he wouldn't? So what would he be doing? Would he be upgrading?
He don't got no money. So if he don't have no money,
You ain't fine enough for no money.
I'm not fine enough for money.
No. You're
Average
6.
women
You're 5.
date
You're 5. You said
millionaires.
you're 6, ma'am. You said you're 6. You don't get money. You get second shift at the plant. Did you go to college?
No, I didn't.
Okay, ma'am. So
I have my own business.
congratulations. Don't care. Ma'am, you got 2 children. And you said you are 6. I give you 5, 6. Your numbers together would be average. So why? So an average man would be upgrading to get you.
Look, I didn't say
I'm asking, ma'am, because we're just having a conversation. You said you'd be settling, so by extension, he would be.
So I guess we'll be settling for each other.
Well, no. But my issue is, you said settling for him. That means you'd be getting something less than what you deserve. When we settle, we get less.
I already have everything that I need. If he's not adding to me, then that will be settling, right?
Fabian, I want you to understand what I asked you last night. I asked this question oftentimes with black women. If you have to work as hard today or harder if you want children with a husband, would you rather have a husband or be single? And almost 100%.
He also doesn't just interview black women, he interviews all sort of colors, all sort of women. I just wanted to mention that too.
Of the time, black women would say,
This applies to all women in general.
if I have to work as hard as I am today with a husband, I'd rather be single because a husband is not just by being a man ain't enough. He's supposed to make her life easier. That is why I have no problem telling women to die alone. It is not our job to make women's lives easier. It's our job to protect, provide, but that's not necessarily easy. It's harder. Relationships are hard. So, ma'am, you got all the things you need except somebody to share life with. And the man who can meet your standards, okay? Can he meet other women's standards? Okay, then why should he not get the best? If he can meet your high standard, he can meet another woman's standard. And all I'm saying is that why should a man have to settle for a woman with 2 kids? Because you got a business?
They don't have, Kevin, they don't have to settle for me.
But you said you'd be settling for him.
Okay, just like you, Kevin, you say that high value men are supposed to have money, right? That's what you say. So if they don't have money, that means their value is low, right?
No.
And you go off women.
No. If you want to know, no. High value men, that's a completely different component. That's less than 10% of men. And high value men get high value women, women who are in high demand.
Right.
That's not your category.
Because I got kids, right?
You're not, ma'am, no, yes.
Oh my gosh. I know how they can feel like it hurts, but it's the truth. And I'm pretty sure like her friends are not telling her the truth. You know, my friends are not telling me the truth. They are very supportive and very encouraging. And sometimes like you have to hear from someone else to break it down for you. And she's clearly not understanding like what he's trying to explain. Like you are not settling for anything because you're going to be equal to that man that you do choose, but you're trying to get a man that is earning a lot more money. Of course, he's going to have more resources. He's going to have more women that he can get younger without children. So really, who's settling for, right? There's women that don't have children, have a better body, and are in a better shape, and so don't have any tattoos that a high value man can get and have as an arm candy, sort of say, or that can make a wife, right? So she's not understanding what he is saying to her. Like she's stuck into like, but if I earn money this much, then he needs to earn as much as I do in order to marry me, because then where's his value at? And to me, that's very wrong because I feel men bring different values to a relationship and women do too. For example, and I love this story because like my aunt and my uncle, I think he's 5'3", and my aunt, she's 5'9". She's almost 6 foot. She is blonde, blue eyes, very beautiful lady. And my uncle, he's Hispanic back in the day, and very handsome man too. And they didn't like they got married, and now they have their children. They're in their 30s, their children now. And just seeing them yesterday, and they're always like together. They have built, their home. They have a house, nice cars. But when they first started, my uncle became a mechanic, and my aunt's job is like a loan place, so she makes really good money. And my uncle, he doesn't make as much as her, but they combine their income and they can create this beautiful lifestyle. And she took care of his children, and all that good stuff. And I think it's like a partnership, and a lot of this like podcast and women chambers are really messing up like the young generation and women like this, making them think that, if you make a certain amount of money, your men got to make the certain amount of money too. And if you make that amount of money, it's only yours, and his money is your money only. Like, to me, it doesn't work that way. Of course, like, you always want to, like, you want to have a partner in life, right? Like, then why have a man if you're not going to trust him? And like, she already making the money. She can get a good man that loves her, cares for her, gives her children. She already has two, but they accept her children. So as a stepfather, she can have a new stepfather for her children that loves them, cares for them, caters to them. And she can be making more money than him as long as he's working and providing and, adding to the house. Like, that's the value he's bringing in, you know and she's bringing a different type of value. She's bringing more income into the house, and she already had children, so she got to be a little bit more lenient and not as picky. But she's not understanding. I feel like she is like thinking, I'm still 18 without children.
Would you say that you're a woman that's in high demand or most wanted?
I could be. I mean, yeah, I could be. I mean,
you could be. So okay. Listen.
Can I tell you about myself?
Hold on. Ma'am, you're 37 with two children.
Oh, she's 37. Okay.
Where in the world do women who are average to above average, average to cute, who are a little overweight with two kids, where are these women in high demand?
Kevin, I'm working on myself. So if
no, ma'am, I asked a very specific question. It's not because you're working on yourself. That's fine, but that doesn't mean you're in high demand.
I can get there, can I?
Not anymore. She's like, she can't be high demand for a certain man demographic now, if that makes sense. Like, she wants a man that is like a 10 whenever she's like a 3. But you can be high demand for the men that are like 2s, and 3s. Like, there's nothing wrong with that because you already make money.
And see,
so you mean to tell me if I can lose 20 pounds? And
80 years ago with a woman in your position, even without the children, 80 years ago would a woman in your position be with the top 10% man?
You said
80 years ago. 80 years ago. Would she be with a man in the top 10% of all men? 80 years ago.
Yeah.
No. There are a limited amount of these men to go around. Ma'am, this one I want you guys to understand, especially in the Black community. You're an average woman by any stretch of the imagination. And I think that's being fair. Average at best is more likely the term. Average at best would be pretty fair.
She's not very happy. Oh man, I know it hurts. It hurts to hear the truth, but we have to hear it because if she's looking for a marriage, she had to adjust what she's looking for. And it's so sad because she looks so sad and she looks like like in pain. But also, you're asking for something that, like, you're telling all these men that I probably approaching you in your good days. No, because you're not worthy because I make more money than you.
But listen.
I'm listening.
But the issue is, so I got to settle for an average man. That's not settling. That's getting what you can afford to buy on the sexual marketplace.
Okay, so if I wanted a high value man, what do I do?
Be reincarnated. You can't get one. I'm gonna be honest, you can't. You're 37 with two kids. If they're less than 10% of the men, why would he pick you
That was funny. He said, "You gotta be reincarnated." People rewinded right there too.
high on the sexual marketplace?
Okay, so if I wanted a high value man, what do I do?
Be reincarnated. You can't get one. I'm gonna be honest, you can't. You're 37 with 2 kids. If they're less than 10% of the men, why would he pick you over a woman with no children?
In
Kevin, I
27,
talk to pretty good high value. I go on dates.
But he's right. And it's so crazy because, like, he's right. If he's a high value man making, you know, like, what, 100,000, right? 500,000, quarter million. Why would he choose her over a 27-year-old with no children, you know, that goes to Pilates all the time or works out? It just doesn't make sense. And the more a guy earns, the more opportunities of different type of women he has, like higher value women as well, like in looks. So it's like if she wants to get married, she needs to hear this, and hopefully she did take his advice to like give the older guys an opportunity, because then she's not gonna never get married.
It's with high caliber men.
Yes, they will go on dates with you. They will talk to you. They'll have sex with you.
We talk about marriage.
I want you to understand this is what the issue is, because I've talked about this for a year and a half, because men will deal with you. What man of value, who is a high value man recognized by other men of value, what man that fits in that category is seriously vetting you to be a wife today?
I'm talking to someone now. I'm been dating this guy now who's pretty high value, and we've been talking.
How old is he?
He's 51.
What makes him high value?
He owns his own car dealership, and he has multiple businesses. He owns houses. Right? He's doing pretty good for himself. He's probably not rich, but
ma'am, being high value is more than just money.
He got a good head on his shoulders. He got a good personality. He take care of himself. He work out. He don't even look like he.
Oh, Jesus Christ, ma'am. I'm trying to be reasonable, but it's more than just money. And I'm saying a man like, okay, why would a man? How can I say this without sounding rude? I'm trying to. Why would a man who has this?
She's like, Kevin, just tell it as it is. But whenever he does, she gets so offended. So he's trying to be careful how he explains himself without being insulting or rude, because he's actually trying to help her out and peeling the onion of her brain.
What's going on? And what state are you in?
I am in Cleveland, Ohio.
Okay, I just said state. But anyway, why would a man who's choose a woman like that? Okay, if you say he's high value, to me, when I talk about high value, it's not just money. It's over a period of time. It's what you do. It's also men of value must recognize you as a peer or a potential peer. You got to have a network of high value men and others, and you must be useful to others in a group. So you judge a man not just on his money, by his network, by other men who say, yeah, that's a man of value. He's a mover or shaker, a most eligible. Okay, man, but these men don't settle. They don't settle. They don't get women who are. There are men on YouTube right now saying, I don't know what I'm talking about being high value. But here's one thing that they do agree with me on. They don't take a woman with children. They don't. I've had men who vehemently disagree with me on a lot of things. They don't listen to me, but unanimously, we don't take another man's children, because that's not even in their mindset. They don't. So you ladies can call it what you want. And I'm thinking, how long have y'all been dating?
2 weeks now.
I said seriously, but considering you to be a wife in 2 weeks, ma'am. Yep.
I said we've been talking about.
This is crazy. I can't believe it's been 2 weeks. I get his frustration. He's frustrated for this, for sure.
Ma'am, that's what I'm saying, ma'am. I said, what man of value who's recognized by other men of value is seriously vetting you to be a wife? And you said this man, you ain't known this dude but 2 weeks.
From the streets. I'm a bitch from the streets. I get the money.
The only reason I'm pushing this hard, ma'am, is because it triggers me when I hear average women talking about settling for average men. And I'll be honest.
Why do it trigger you?
Because you'd be lucky to get an average man. He would be settling for you. He would be settling for you to have to deal with you, 2 children from somebody else. Yes, ma'am, that's why. Because
say something.
You asked, let me finish. He'd be settling for you because
Because I got 2 children?
Amongst other things, yes.
I mean, I'm a good person to get along with. So
That may be, ma'am. That may be. You could be a perfectly lovely person, but there are other women who are perfectly lovely people who are childless and more physically appealing.
That's fine.
So that means, ma'am, by definition, see, that's the thing. The kind of men you ladies talk about you want, they are rare. They are for every man that falls into your category, there are thousands of women that want him. He can only have one wife. That's why.
You're telling he gonna have a lot of wives. I mean,
No. He gonna have a lot. He gonna cheat a lot, but he gonna have one wife. He can only marry one person. It's called bigotry. All right, that's enough. No, that's enough. You can only have one wife. Don't. No. That's all. You can only have one wife. No.
She doesn't understand what he's saying. So there's nothing he can do. He already gave her an advice of what she needs to do, and she doesn't want to hear it.
Nope, you sat there and why did you marry your baby daddy? This is
We grew apart.
Oh, Jesus, don't say it. You grew.
Women always say we grew apart, but whenever somebody asks you why didn't you marry your husband or the dad of your children, we're looking for the answer for that.
Ooh, softball. You grew apart. Was that before or after the second child?
The second child, we was getting into arguments and stuff.
So, and how long were y'all together?
We was together since we were teenagers.
See, that's the problem. There's another problem, man. You get no higher than your baby daddy. Because men look at a woman and then she look at her children because men say, I'm not going to go raise a lesser man's child. That's what happens.
You think all men think like that?
You think I got 1 million subscribers on each platform because I don't know what I'm talking about? You think I can do this night in, night out, and people co-sign? Ma'am, y'all would be better off to realize that more men think like this because the results show they do. You're almost like a mirror copy of Average at Best. The video that sparked a lot of this. She only had 1 kid, you got 2. Yes.
You trying to make it seem like I'm
making it seem, no, I want you to understand that how we came in is the same thing that she said. You saying I would have to settle for an average man. And this is a men's platform. What do you think you were saying to all the men that are average men when you say that you will be settling for them? 50% of men are average or below. You don't have a problem offending them.
No, I don't want to offend nobody.
When you say you settled, okay, ma'am, if I said I settled for you, would that make you feel good?
A lot of people settle.
If I said I settled for, don't see, when a woman doesn't answer a question directly, she's attempting to be deceptive.
Yes, I'll be mad. Yeah, I'll be mad.
Right, thank you. So don't play with me. So when you say you're going to settle for an average man, you don't mind offending them. So I have no problem telling you why I think it's crazy for an average woman. Average, you say you're five, a six, I'll give you a six.
I don't think there's nothing wrong with average earning as long as the person is responsible with finances, right? Because if the person is responsible with finances, then you can start saving for your retirement, then you will be more frugal with your money, and you're not going to struggle as much versus if you are average earning person and you just splurge and you don't save any of your money, then it's a problem. Of course, that women don't want to date a man like that. So it's always important to like date, but know also what you're looking for, right? In this case, money is important to her. She should look to dating for someone that is responsible with his money already. Not that he's a millionaire or, you know, makes all this money, but an average dude, average looking dude with average income, it's fine as long as he's responsible with money.
Five, six, okay, fine. But all the other things, man, puts you below average. Where can I want you to listen? Let's take it away from you and me. Let's take it away from you and me and looks and everything else because it's too personal. Okay, let's do this. Okay, let's reset the table. Okay, where would it make sense for a high school graduate who graduated with a C, a 2.0, and C, a 2.0, right? Would it make sense somebody like that demanding to get into Harvard, Princeton, MIT, Stanford?
No.
Would they be settling for junior college?
No.
Your JUCO, junior college, 2.0. But the way you talk and women like yourself talk is like you deserve to get into Princeton, Harvard, MIT, Stanford. When you're a 2.0, going to junior college.
Can I say something?
Sure. I mean, and understand people go to junior college and get associates, decide to go to junior college and go to a 4 year. And it would be far better in the world for women who are average to get with an average man because an average man provides a woman options. But I don't want you to get with an average man and feel like you're settling. You need to treat that man with respect because a man is worth more than a goddamn paycheck.
I would never. I mean, if I'm in a relationship with somebody, why would I disrespect them?
I'm talking about women in general. And well, you disrespected them by saying settling. That's why. That's disrespectful. That's disrespectful. Saying I'm settling is a condescending, disrespectful tone. Just like you say, you would
Yeah, that's very belittling. That's saying, you know, I'm more than you, but I choose you. So,
feel some kind of way if I said I settled for you. But my grandmother settled for my grandmother had a sixth grade education. My grandfather had a fourth grade education. She settled for him and gave us a family legacy that we are still trying to measure up to. We are not doing nearly as well as the people who had less education and more hard circumstances in the black community before us. We are not good stewards of of their legacy. And part of the reason is because our women are so out of line. You think you're settling or should get more, and you can't get more. There are only a handful of these men, but the rest of women get men who roughly around their area. Yes, it's okay to want something better. It's okay to graduate with a 2.0 and want to get into Princeton or want better, but you got to be realistic and pick. Now, again, everybody who thinks I'm being a little harsh or whatever, she's 37 with 2 kids and still hasn't put together any real thought about what a marriage or a relationship should be. But y'all focus on my tone and my delivery and this and that. And all I'm sitting here trying to do is tell women like you, ma'am, that you would be life is better with somebody on your level. And understand something. I'm going to say this and I'll let you speak. If I put you with a high value man and you were his wife and you went around these places, do you feel like you would fit in a room with these women, their wives?
Yes. Yes, because I'm very
Probably not, because they have different lifestyles, they do different activities, and their vocabulary is different too. So probably not.
I'm classy. I'm not a ratchet type woman.
And say you're ratchet.
I know how to speak. I know how to drink from a glass. I mean, I
Ma'am,
know
they
how
would
to
look,
set.
ma'am, ma'am, they would look at your chest tattoo and rule you out.
I could cover that with makeup, Kevin. I wouldn't even have this
Okay,
type of
okay,
outfit
okay,
on.
okay. And see, that's another thing. I've had so many women who were married to these kind of men say these women have no idea how snarky and how vicious these women can be.
And I got this when I was young.
It doesn't matter, ma'am. You got it. You still got two kids out of wedlock, ma'am. They're gonna. All the woman would have to do is like, oh, hey, how you doing? Hey, Roger. Here's your wife. Hey, Miss Cleveland. Hey, how you doing? So, Roger, yeah, he's a VP of marketing, And where'd you graduate from college? What? Ohio? State, Michigan? Big
I
Ten,
thought that didn't
Oh, you didn't graduate. Oh, you didn't graduate from college. Okay, all right.
But Mr. Kevin
Ma'am, I'm just telling. Okay, never mind. They don't
confused.
get it. They don't get it. They don't get it. They don't get
I
it.
thought, can I say something? You said you
Go
was
ahead.
going
Yeah, you
to
can say something. Go ahead.
I thought you said
She doesn't get it.
like college and all of that type of stuff didn't matter.
I said to men it doesn't matter, but I'm talking. I asked you being in the room with their wives. When you're in with the soccer moms and the 4-H club in the junior league and all these other women, oh, women size you up. They're looking at everything about you, and you know how women can be. And if you don't, let me tell you,
Yeah.
these women, they look at everything.
But
All
I'm a
right, never
business
mind,
owner.
never mind. It's enough, enough. It's enough, it's enough.
Can I? You said you wanted me
Now,
to.
at the end of the day, no, you don't get a high value men want something for their value. You may be a perfectly lovely woman, but they're limited in supply. And if you had as many options as he does, would you settle for a man like you? Would you settle for a woman like you? Would you do that? If you had as many options as men as he has in women, would you settle for you?
That's a
Yes,
good question.
absolutely.
Of course you would. Outside of your mind. That's why I have no problem. That's why I have no problem staying on code.
So that was very interesting because clearly she's getting a reality check that does suck. It doesn't feel nice, but if she opens her mind, she could potentially start dating on her level and actually get married and have a good family with a stepfather that's going to love her children. But the way that she wants to do things is, she wants a guy that makes a lot of money, and that's not where she's at. Like, with her looks and with her lifestyle, that she unfortunately decided to have children when she was younger, right? And let's see what the people are saying. Let's see. We are living in a world where 1 out of 10 women has an ego higher than the sun. This is crazy. Lying about weight, dress size, looks, and being high demand. Demand. You mean to tell me a middle class single man, no kids, college degree, good credit, such as myself, has no chance with her? I need to step up my game. Yeah, and like that's the thing, like there's nothing wrong with the middle class man. There's nothing no wrong with somebody that earns, 50, 45, 50 and on from there, that is responsible with finances. And this person right here has a college degree, has good credit. Like, why not date somebody like that, right? Like, what's wrong? But also, you want to date someone because you want a partner in life and not a bank account. You don't get money, you get second shift at the plant. It's crazy thing to say. She said, I see millionaires with average women all the time. The thing she refuses to think about is that those average women were with him before he became millionaire. She doesn't want the journey. She just wants to appear at the finish line. Exactly, exactly. I feel like if my aunt wouldn't have married my uncle at the beginning because he didn't choose a career that was going to make him millions of money, I wouldn't have my cousins, and they wouldn't have a beautiful house like they do now, because they grew together and financially they grew together as well. My uncle, he makes way more money than he used to, and my aunt makes way more money than him right now, but they come together and they have a good lifestyle and they love each other. And we love going to their barbecues too. People say he's mean, but he's actually being very sensitive and nice to this woman. He really was. He was trying his hardest to be nice to her. Glad the world has a chance to see a man have conversation with women like this. I literally grew up surrounded by women like this. Yeah. I can't imagine lacking this much self-awareness. Bless her heart. Calling her a six is disrespectful to the actual six. That's funny. You're not fine enough for money. Miss this dude. Yeah, I never got to hear his content while he was alive, but it's interesting to ran up with this. Like I ran into this content, so this was this woman was clearly evidence that we must keep Kevin's content alive. R.I.P. Godfather. I see why they hated him so bad. Rest in peace, King. Yeah, he was literally just letting them know the truth. Like he wasn't like dissing them or making them feel bad. Like if she actually took this and applied it in her life, she could potentially get actually married. How do I make myself more valuable? Be reincarnated is the most brutal and true statement I ever heard. I mean, it was tough truth. She is 37, has two children. It appears she's not working out. And I mean, she just have to lower her. It's not really lowering her standards. It's just accepting truths, right? Because like you're not lowering your standards when you are marrying somebody that doesn't make as much money as you are, because you got to look at things that actually are valuable, morals, um drive, like how responsible are they, like things that matter. Would he be a good stepfather? Will he be a good father? Like things like that. I know how to drink from a glass. She did say that. That was funny. How a 2 out of 10 like her can seriously believe that she can get a millionaire is just beyond me. My jaw is on the floor with that one. Just have no words. Yeah. Bruh, this lady is what you see walking around Walmart in a shower cap, flip flops, $10 outfit, and yelling at her 3 kids for tearing up the store. Nothing about her is high value. Mm. You ain't fine enough for money. You don't get money. You get second shifts at the plant. Best line ever. Oh my gosh, that's so crazy. I want a high value man. What to do? What do I do? Kevin, reincarnate. Oh man, this was a toughie. Okay, so am I supposed to settle for a regular type dude? Well, sweetheart, count yourself fortunate to regular type dude will settle for you. Yeah,